here now, but with Jimmy Inge from group Juizinho Cabeça from Artesia. You guys just finished your performance here at TDS. Why don't you tell us a little bit of where your idea for this danza came from?
Well, it started off with a lot of alcohol, hanging out with friends, which is usually how either really good or bad things start. No, quite honestly, the last couple of years, we had been in Portugal a couple of years ago with Group Carnaval de Artesia, which is a group that we were in for well over a decade. And the last couple of years, a couple of friends of ours, they had gone back for Carnaval, and we'd had kids. They were very small at the time, so these last couple of years, for the most part, we took it off. Didn't do much, but those 3 weeks prior to Carnaval, we're just dying to dude, 8 or 9 guys, we can piece this together. Let's just do something so we can go out, and we didn't. And then in June we lost a very good friend of mine personally. Not to mention what he did, and the fact that I was able to share some great moments with him on stage. And we literally said, hey, if we have to, we'll put this on hold, but we have to do something for this weekend. So for the last 2 to 3 months, a couple of friends of ours, we've been just chiming away, trying to find ideas. There's been a lot of younger girls in Artesia getting married this year, and we started thinking, man, there's got to be a spin-off of that somehow. And they talked about a wedding, and that's a little too basic.
Yes.
So, you just see the plot kind of thickens and churns, and that's kind of where we got to where we're at. And, yeah, as practices go by, you know how it is. You add lines, you add things here and there. But it's been a whirlwind of emotions, man. Just little things as just sweeping out your garage. I'm thinking about how Johnny would sweep out his garage and, complain about, somebody leaving behind their beer can or the beer bottle. Can you believe this? Just little things like that. And, the text messages at 12:30 at night that he would text us, and, great practice, or we should do this song. And just thinking of all that, it's been great, and it's been tough at the same time. But I don't know, man. It's kind of like bittersweet, I guess you can say. You're supposed to be happy out there doing the match at the end, but you just finished crying, And Lord knows how his family's feeling doing it. I'm sure it's bittersweet for them as well. But kudos to them for piecing their acts together and doing a great job with it. I'm totally sidetracked because of my emotions. So.
No, it's okay.
But it's great, and I'm sober, I promise.
No.
I have to. When you kind of have a little more responsibility, other things get left behind. But yeah, it's been great, man. Great.
And I'll say personally, I think you guys did a really good job of honoring his memory, of really showing up for Artesia to like I said, honor his memory and everything.
Sorry, I think I just got hit on.
I'm sure you're going to get that a lot this weekend.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Once they get a little bit past my quads, I don't know if they'll be into that. It's tough. It's Carnaval, and I want to keep it light and fun. But it's been cool.
Where did you get the idea for your music? Because you guys did a very modern, you don't really see the style of what you guys did here. You took a very more Satan's approach to it of what they're doing now.
So, wow. 25 years ago already, close to that. In Artesia, we had a group of violas that David started, and a lot of us played in that group of violas. And for the last couple of years, and we did Dança de Carnaval for many years with stringed instruments. And part of the thing that we wanted to keep things simple was man, let's just figure out a way to kind of get the band back together, so to speak, and just grab the string instruments from the group violas and piece together the dances we did with Robert Raymond back in the day. And we started grabbing people, and some of our best friends who now live up north were like, dude, just, we'll FaceTime a couple practices and come down. And then from there, everyone just kind of chimed in on a group chat. Hey, let's do this song. We had 3 marches figured out. We're like, nah, that's not going to look good marching with dresses. And we just,
It's an extra feature you don't think about normally.
Yeah, you know how they talk about how there's a country song for everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically how the either worked out. That's the Dixie Chicks, if I'm not mistaken. We call it Toy Soldier. I believe it's Traveling Soldier. It's kind of their own spin on it. Yeah.
Speaking of the dresses, how hard or maybe how easy was it to get everyone on board to go and everyone in drag?
So the original plan was to get something similar to a quinceañera dress, There's always that 15-year-old girl who should not be wearing a dress that she is. Same concept with us. And then we realized, that's not going to work because men, for one, are huge. So we'd go down to L.A. and try and grab dresses, and like the biggest size they'd have is 3X, which sounds huge until you're a man and realize that your shoulders are a lot bigger than everyone else. So we bought dresses and literally had our Kevin and Brian Garcia's grandma, she like hooked it up and started piecing stuff together and just, kept it simple. A guy in drag is always going to get a second look, so on stage it kind of appeals a little bit.
It helps out a lot. It really does.
Speak for yourself, buddy.
All right, Jimmy, we don't want to take up too much more of your time. We know you still have you have to go perform at the Lot Event still, huh?
No, I got to get to the Mizza first, man. I'm hungry.
All right, well, then we'll let you go do
Awesome.
that.
Hey, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Hey, Feliz Carnaval.
Igualmente.